Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to exciting archaeology news. Today, we delve into the mysteries of one of the globe's most renowned sites, the Tower of London. This historic fortress brims with intrigue, from age-old superstitions to hidden taverns, from enigmatic historical enigmas to graffiti-echoing tales of bygone eras. As we journey through the annals of time, the Tower of London emerges from its tumultuous history as a symbol of fascination for modern-day tourists. Once a regal abode and formidable prison, it now beckons visitors from across the globe, drawing them into its captivating narrative. Join us as we unveil these hidden facets, bridging the gap between the tower's historical significance and the curious details that make it a compelling destination. Subscribe and activate notifications to embark on this historical journey with us. Number 6. 6 Captive Ravens. In the solemn confines of the Tower of London, a superstition governs the roost of 6 captive ravens. Legend has it that should these ebony birds abandon the tower, the fate of the crown and the entire nation hangs in peril. This superstition finds its roots in the 17th century, an era marked by King Charles II's decree mandating the perpetual presence of ravens within the tower's confines. Since then, a minimum of 6 of these dark-winged guardians has been diligently maintained, serving as a protective measure against any impending catastrophe for the nation. The origins of this belief, however, stretch beyond the 17th century, delving into the realms of ancient folklore. There are indications that the myth may trace its lineage back to Celtic mythology, where the ravens symbolize talismanic and protective powers. These enduring beliefs have woven a narrative that transcends centuries, shaping the Tower of London into a sanctuary guarded by the watchful presence of its captive ravens. The majestic tower avians not only captivate the hearts of thousands of daily tourists at this iconic landmark, but also enjoy a life of opulence and care. Far from eliciting sympathy, these well-nurtured birds in England receive meticulous attention, boasting a diet of 170 grams of raw meat daily and the occasional indulgence of blood-soaked biscuits. While their wings are clipped, these feathered custodians have ample sustenance, water, and the sprawling expanse of the Tower Green to carry out their vital duties. Adjacent to the Wakefield Tower, their open cages stand adorned with informational plaques, offering insights into the historical significance of these winged guardians who protect Britain. It's imperative to exercise caution, however, and refrain from attempting to feed the ravens. The territorial nature of these birds, coupled with their occasional penchant for biting, underscores the importance of maintaining a respectful distance. Number 5. A discreet beefeater's pub. As the clock strikes 6 p.m., the tourist exodus signals the commencement of an intriguing transformation within the Tower of London. The ancient ceremony of the keys unfolds, sealing the complex for the night and ushering in an exclusive realm reserved for the few families residing within the castle. The iconic yeoman guards, with their centuries-old traditions, retired to a clandestine pub nestled within the fortress walls. This super-exclusive enclave, known as the Keys, is a haven accessible only to the 37 esteemed members and their guests of the Yeoman Warder of Her Majesty's Royal Palace and Fortress, the Tower of London, the Beefeaters. Since 1485, when King Henry VII initiated their service, these custodians have donned the flamboyant red and gold Tudor state dress, maintaining a visual continuity throughout the centuries. While their initial role involved guarding prisoners and safeguarding the crown jewels, today they predominantly serve as guides for the throngs of tourists. Amidst the tower walls, where several bars once stood, the Keys remains as a relic of the past. This 150-year-old establishment, aptly named after its historical significance, occupies a space comparable to a tennis court. Adorned with red leather benches and relics from the tower's storied history, the pub preserves a unique atmosphere. The yeoman jailer's axe, suspended above a plaque marking an execution site, and the signature of a briefly imprisoned Nazi officer contribute to the pub's historical tapestry. Within the Keys, yeoman warders rotate as the pub's hosts, serving locally brewed Yeoman 1485 and Beefeater Bitter on tap, along with the quintessential Beefeater Gin, a row of silver tankards, integral to swearing-in ceremony for new recruits, lines one wall. These tankards, filled with port during the induction, accompany a superstitious toast. May you never die a yeoman warder. The pub, shrouded in exclusivity, is an invite-only haven, accessible solely through the introduction of a yeoman warder. An exception occurs annually during the London Open House weekend when, for a brief moment, the public gains entry to this historically rich and guarded space. Number 4. Concealed bodies of Richard III's nephews. Deep within the White Tower, the ancient stronghold of the Tower of London, a discreet staircase known as the Two Princes Staircase hides a mysterious tale. Unearthed during renovations in 1674, this staircase concealed the skeletal remains of 2 children, sparking a persistent belief that they were the missing princes from the late 15th century. While scientific confirmation remains elusive, historical suspicions point to Edward V and Richard, Duke of York, the offspring of King Henry IV. In the absence of definitive proof, theories diverge. Advocates of the Tudors assert that Richard III, previously Prince Richard, Duke of Gloucester, orchestrated the boy's demise to secure his throne. Intriguingly, the contemporaneous absence of evidence challenges this narrative, with Titulus Regius deeming the princes illegitimate based on Edward IV's pre-contract. Richard III initially took custody of the young princes in the White Tower after their father's demise in April of 1483, and subsequent accounts of their whereabouts ceased by the end of that summer. In the 17th century, the discovery of bones beneath the staircase solidified the prevailing belief that they were indeed the princes. Even during Shakespeare's Tudor era, his portrayal of Richard III in a play depicted him as a malevolent and conniving uncle. The genuine identities of the skeletons, however, remain shrouded in uncertainty. Presently housed in Westminster Abbey, the remains have never undergone DNA testing. The Church of England, backed by royal support, steadfastly opposes any attempt to exhume and scrutinize the bones. A glimpse of the Two Princes Staircase is available on the first flight of the White Tower, but alas, an information placard obstructs a clear view, leaving the mystery intact. Number 3. The Tower of London Gateway. For centuries, those accused of treason in Britain faced a haunting journey through the Traitor's Gate, an entrance into the Tower of London with a dark history. Originally named Watergate, it served as a water passage for royalty, notably King Edward I, to access St. Thomas Tower along the River Thames in the late 1270s. As the tower transitioned into a prison for treason suspects, Traitor's Gate became synonymous with the grim arrival of notable figures like Sir Thomas More, Sir Walter Raleigh, and a young Queen Elizabeth I. While historical records differ on Queen Anne Boleyn's entrance, the gate's strategic placement had prisoners passing under London Bridge, where the executed heads of the condemned once adorned spikes until the late 17th century. Over time, hundreds of prisoners traversed Traitor's Gate, many meeting their fate within the tower's confines. In the mid-19th century, rising water levels led to the breaking up of the outer archway, now visibly marked for onlookers across the river. Accessible from the exterior of the tower, budget-conscious travelers can catch a glimpse of the Thames side of the gate for free. However, for a more immersive experience and a closer look at the Traitor's Gate and its surroundings, investing in a comprehensive tour of the Tower of London is recommended. The tour provides a deeper understanding of the historical significance of Traitor's Gate, offering visitors a poignant connection to the unsettling past of this iconic entrance. Number 2. 16th and 17th century graffiti. Deep within the Tower of London lies a treasure trove of historical wonders, with the Beauchamp Tower standing as a silent witness to the dramas of centuries past. This inner defensive wall, once a confiner of high-ranking prisoners, now reveals a unique form of graffiti etched into its storied walls. Venture into the heart of Beauchamp Tower, and you'll encounter inscriptions and images dating back to the 16th and 17th centuries. These creations, distinct from contemporary graffiti, possess a captivating allure. Each stroke, a testament to the incarcerated, predominantly for political or religious reasons. Yet, these are not mere scrawls. They are eloquent, intricate, and laden with emotion. The prisoners facing impending execution left behind self-fashioned epitaphs, their final messages to the world of the living. The script is not just a record, it is a meticulous composition, occasionally adorned with fanciful details. Animals, plants, and even enigmatic zodiac wheels manifest as prisoners chisel their stories into the stone canvas. Protected by clear panels, this poignant graffiti tells the tales of notable prisoners. Thomas Abel, chaplain to Queen Catherine of Aragon, etched his name and a bell, a haunting farewell, into the cold stone. Arthur and Edmund Poole, accused brothers entangled in a plot for Mary Queen of Scots, left their deliberate marks. Lord Guildford Dudley, husband to Lady Jane Grey, also left his imprint on these ancient walls. Within these carvings, emotions, politics, and destinies converge, creating a captivating narrative that resonates through the ages. The Tower of London, with its hidden tapestry of inscriptions, stands as a testament to the complex interplay of power, loyalty, and the human spirit. Number 1. The infamous instrument of execution. In the White Tower's armory within the historic Tower of London rests an ominous scene. A well-worn axe leaning against a sturdy wooden block. This chilling duo bears witness to the executions of esteemed prisoners of the past. In England, the act of beheading, whether by axe or occasionally by sword, was deemed the most humane form of execution. Reserved predominantly for those of noble lineage facing the ultimate penalty, this particular axe gained notoriety during its last recorded use in 1747. The condemned was none other than the Scottish Baron and Jacobite Lord Simon Fraser of Lovat. As a Highlander, Fraser had valiantly fought against the Hanoverian forces in the notorious Battle of Culloden. Captured and incarcerated at the Tower of London, he ultimately faced a treasonous fate. Remarkably, Fraser approached his impending demise with a stoic demeanor, infusing dark humor into the somber affair. Standing on the public platform awaiting his execution, he brazenly taunted the executioner and even found amusement in a macabre twist of fate. A wooden viewing stand collapsed in the crowd below, resulting in the tragic demise of 9 spectators, adding a surreal layer to the unfolding tragedy. The Tower of London stands not just as a tourist spot, but as a symbol of power, loyalty, and human spirit. Though we've uncovered some of its mysteries, many more tales remain hidden within its walls. As we step away, we leave behind the echoes of a past that refuses to be forgotten.